shit.
You gotta keep it
Buy
on.
one of those remotes so you can just hit the thing with.
Yeah, I have one. It's attached to my my stand, and it comes with.
Wait, when do you have that? What is that?
It's
For what?
basically a stand, right? And it comes with a remote, like a tripod comes with a remote, and I just press the button from here, and then
Okay.
it just starts my camera from over here.
I think that's something we gotta invest in.
I
He
have
literally just said he has one.
So why are we not bringing it?
because my remote's in Toronto.
So why did you bring it here?
Because it's
Okay. I'm not gonna be arguing with you. Okay. We're gonna start the episode.
Okay, it started.
Where is it?
I don't even
56, I think.
I don't even
No
know.
number.
man.
Fucking hit
I don't
Spotify.
know if you noticed this,
What?
but all my previous introductions, I purposely did not say the number.
Bro, I don't even pay attention to that at all.
56.
See it? This guy's on it. This guy does more work than you. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to the Don't Think Too Hard podcast. The podcast brought to you by Andre, John, Patrick, myself, Matchy, and today we got a special guest because Andre and I, quite frankly, ran out of things to talk about with just us two.
That's what you think.
That's what I think.
That's what you think.
So we brought on a guest, Mr. Jacob. How are you?
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be on such a high quality podcast.
Best in the world. Best in the world. So, Jacob is one of my closest friends.
Cool.
Grew up playing footy together. Big Juve guy.
I can see.
Yeah,
I can see.
yeah. He's a huge Ronaldo fan.
Definitely not.
Also, is this the
Juve
one that
fan
hates
minus
Ronaldo?
the one player.
Is this the one that hates Ronaldo on Juve?
Yes. Yes. You see, you have a reputation amongst my friend group.
I've seen in previous episodes.
Mm.
Yeah. So, welcome back on this amazing Tuesday morning.
Whenever, bro. You can listen to it whenever you want, literally.
Yeah, fair enough. But preferably if you listen on Tuesday. Those are the big
For the
bucks.
analytics.
As soon as
For the analytics, exactly. Because when we upload the episode in the first 8 minutes, when I see we have 10 clicks, like yes, that's 9 more clicks than last week. Because last week.
Oh my god, man.
So, like I said, we decided to bring on a guest just for a different perspective, because Andre and I, we've been so in sync that all of our thoughts are almost identical. Other than he even agrees with me that Harry Kane is worst striker on the planet.
Yes. Actually, yeah. You know what? Yes. yes. He's trash. He's garbage.
So-
I don't know why he still plays.
We decided when I told Andre that, hey, we're gonna bring a guest, Andre asked me, yo, so what are we gonna talk about? And I said, honestly, let's kind of go with the flow. Let's feel it out. But Andre said, okay, just let me have a few minutes to talk about Arsenal. Andre, would you like to go?
I didn't expect to be like brought to. I thought it would just come up naturally in conversation where I can just like slide it under the rug. I just want you guys to know I've been an Arsenal fan for a very long time, and I've been angry. Matchy's seen me angry, sad, upset. He's seen me have false confidence. He's seen my dreams and hopes crushed because of them. At this point, I realize something, that consistency is key, right? And Arsenal is a prime example of this. Why improve when you can just remain consistent? You understand what I'm saying? Why get better? Why fill the gaps in the places where you need players
Okay.
when you can just not do that, get different players, and then play exactly the same as you have? Like when I walked into this Brentford game, the sole fact that fans were in the stadium made me realize we're not going to win this game. I didn't expect to get just played off the park like that, but I did not expect a victory.
Now, is that a managerial collapse, or is that just players not having the quality to play?
That is a club with no fight, ambition, anything. That is just dead. That's just dead football. Everything was garbage. It's all of the above. Tierney keeps getting the ball and putting crosses into friggin' players who can't head the ball. So I don't... Listen.
Can I just say, it's bad when Andre starts tweeting about it. Andre hasn't been on Twitter in a very long time, guys. And for the first time in a long time, he started tweeting. So you know it's bad. This is a guy who despises social media.
Yeah, but yeah. So I just want to. I'm apathetic at this point. I'm gonna keep watching. My goal now is I'm gonna just keep watching until eventually, if they get relegated, then I'll just switch sports, watch tennis, golf. I'm learning to golf now, so maybe if I watch it on TV, I might learn the new, like the proper movements and stuff. So that's where I'm at.
Golf is really good if you're looking to take a nap.
See? I'm tired all the time, so I'm tired all the time, constantly. So naps are
To
good.
be fair, watching Arsenal, you could take a nap too.
Nah, you can't take a nap, Arsenal, man. I don't know, bro.
It's like sleeping with a broken heart. You can't really sleep.
All I know is we had long periods of time where I'm like, yo, they're not even touching the ball. Not once was I ever thinking, oh, we'd score, though. Not once.
You know what the worst part about this?
What?
If this was like City, Liverpool, it'd be like, okay, this is a newly promoted side.
Oh, yeah, but now we have Chelsea and Man City.
Yeah, I know,
next.
back to back.
So there's that.
There's this really funny. It was like, you know, when you're watching the game and like the analytic board comes up, it's like Arsenal's fixtures, and when it registered, if it was home away, right, the fixtures, and then there's a funny tweet. The guy's like, even the analytics are laughing at Arsenal because it was home away, home away. And it's like, ha 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 ha. But
anyways,
what
I
I
said
can
my
say-
piece.
what
We
I
can
can
move-
say-
What?
across the border, several borders to Germany, Dortmund looked good, and the best thing about this, Bayern looked bad.
Did they lose?
Oh, they drew, but they looked awful. They
Why?
looked awful. Like the officials borderline saved them 2 penalties. I'm talking like
They got 2 penalties?
no, they
Should-
They were gonna
should've
conceded 2
conceded
penalties.
two.
Yeah. So
Nice.
there's that. So I'm for the first time in a long time. I say this every fucking year. For the first time in a long time, I'm looking at this team and I think maybe we could do this.
Yeah, but remember that one season where they were shit for half a season, then won every other game, and then won the league still?
Yeah, I remember that. Anyways, so we've ranted about our teams for forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone knows. So let's get a perspective from somebody whose team actually wins. Jacob, how is it being a Juventus fan? How is it being a fan of a team who, one, spends money, two,
Aside from this summer, because they didn't do shit.
okay, and two, have won 9 titles out of the last 10?
I mean, it's very hard for me to sympathize with you guys. Coming from an Arsenal fan and a Dortmund fan who are basically used to disappointment.
Suddenly, I think
As a
it's a bad
Juve-
idea.
As a Juve fan, I mean, going into this season, I'm not even interested in watching the league. I'm literally just looking forward to Champions League. I have zero interest.
Imagine that.
Like, Inter selling off all their players. They already sold Lukaku.
They sold off Hakimi.
Lautaro Martinez is on his way out.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's going to Spurs.
Yeah.
Milan is...
He's laughing because Arsenal was linked
No,
to him.
it's not that.
Oh.
I'm laughing because he's not going to Spurs.
Oh, where's he going?
Not Spurs. Spurs has already been rejected by 3 separate players.
Either way, they're in
They're
in a
offloading.
sell-off.
They're
They
offloading.
already sold Hakimi, Lukaku, etc. AC Milan's preparing for the old age home. They're signing all these 40-year-old guys who can't run. So I'm confident in a league title.
And it's not even like it's at a confidence point where it's like we were good enough to win it even without all these other changes going along in other clubs. So it's like if these clubs get downgraded even more, we should be even more confident, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But you guys had some serious disappointments in recent Champions Leagues though.
Yeah, I mean, last year was a shamble because they were just injured the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Dybala played like 8 games the whole year.
Yeah.
So he's healthy right now, which I'm super excited about. Ronaldo's whatever, he's there, he's gonna score. He's not but other than that, I mean,
Yeah, but you trust Pirlo though?
Pirlo's not the manager.
Oh, he got fired?
Yeah,
Okay,
Allegri's
who's-
the manager.
Oh, okay. You guys are good then. I
They
forgot.
made what 3 out of 4 finals with Allegri.
Yeah, you guys are fine. Man. I
So-
really think Pirlo was your biggest issue last season. So
I think the
guess
midfield was the biggest issue.
which is ironic, huh?
Yeah, I was just about to say, which is crazy ironic because considering you had the greatest midfielder, one of the greatest midfielders of all time being the coach, your midfield is the weak spot.
I don't think it was Pirlo though. I think it's the quality of the midfield.
No,
Like you have McKennie, who's young, who has potential, and then you have Bernadeschi, who let's not even get started about that guy, and then you have Rabiot, who's above average, kind of class here and there, and then Arthur, who was again injured for half the year.
yeah, Arthur, you guys got from Barcelona for that Pjanic deal, right?
Yeah, Pjanic and 60 mil, I think they paid.
Okay, but like, okay, now let's backtrack one step because you said prior, the only thing you really care about right now, you don't really care about the league, right? You care about Champions League. Is anybody winning the Champions League that's not PSG this year though?
I don't know, bro.
PSG right now is not the odds-on favorite to win the Champions League. Man City has a better odds
In Vegas?
from Vegas to win the Champions League than PSG.
Wow.
I think it's
I don't
City.
know.
It's City, PSG, and then I think it's Chelsea.
Chelsea's not repeating. Not a chance. I don't think. I said it that they have the quality to win Champions Leagues. I think Tuchel taking over, it's like the Chelsea effect, where it's once they get a new manager, they become nasty, and the fact that it was Tuchel, they became like extra nasty. You know what I mean? So I think they're still going to be good. I don't think they're going to be Champions League ready.
I don't know. See, yeah, PSG should win. I don't see them winning. Like, I honestly don't see it happening at all.
There's a lot of drama in PSG right now.
The only reason I don't see it happening is because there's so many new players.
No.
I don't think they're gonna mesh
Yeah.
as quickly as everybody thinks they're gonna mesh.
But also think of it this way: where does Messi do his best work? With the ball, no.
Okay.
Where does Neymar do his best work?
Fair enough.
With the ball. Where does Mbappe do his best work? With the ball. You can't share. How are they gonna share?
I mean,
It was already an issue between Neymar and Mbappe. It was already a problem.
I think there's you're right there, but I think I don't know, Messi brings this persona, like has this thing about him where he goes to any club and he by default gets the ball.
You think?
And I think players
See,
like Mbappe, like Neymar, whether they will, I don't know, but they should buy into the fact that
I think Neymar will, but I think Mbappe has a problem. I'm hearing a lot of things that Mbappe's not happy about.
Mbappe wants to leave already.
Yeah,
He
wanted to leave already, and now he wants to extra leave when Messi came here.
So he did score though.
Yeah, I mean Mbappe's Mbappe.
Without Neymar and Messi in the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Neymar and Messi already have that chemistry.
They've shown
Barcelona
it.
days.
They've shown it.
So I think Mbappe should just give Messi the ball and run straight line to the net and wait for the through ball, and that's it. And he'll have success.
can we talk about how pathetic Neymar is as a person? Leaves Barcelona to build his own club, and then realizes he can't win without Messi, and then brings him back. He's like, I'm gonna prove myself, win without this guy, and it's gonna be me. And then he's like, I can't. I need Messi. Come back to me.
I'll even give you the number 10. So, sorry, I hit the mic. No hitting them. In our group chat, we actually had this huge discussion, argument with Patrick, because Patrick believes that a player of Messi's quality should go in and demand whatever he wants and get whatever he wants. In this case, the number 10.
He should. Doesn't mean he's gonna get it,
I
but he
agree.
should be able to demand it.
And so Andre and I were kind of, for once in a very long time, we agreed on something, and that was that Neymar shouldn't be obligated to give his number 10 as PSG assistant. What do you think, Jacob?
I think that, I don't think he should have to give up his number.
Yeah.
Apparently, he said he would give up his number. I saw that. I read an article that he was willing to give it up, and Messi said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But do you think if, for example, like Neymar was willing to give it up, but do you think, whether that's like pressure or something like that, do you think he even should have offered?
I don't
If
think
he
should
wanted
have.
the number 10, right?
Yep.
If number 10 was his number and he,
If Messi wanted number 10 or Neymar wanted number 10?
if Neymar wanted number 10,
Okay.
like if Neymar wanted the number 10 on his back, but Messi comes in, and should Neymar feel any sort of pressure to give his number to Messi?
No,
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
Okay, so
Should.
we're
If
we're
Messi,
agreeing.
if Messi wants the number that bad, go somewhere else where you can get the number. If it's really that big of an issue, which obviously he doesn't, but I'm just saying, like, if it was that situation,
yeah.
Neymar should never be. And like all this nonsense, even at Barcelona, all these players are getting booed and shit because they're not dropping their salaries so they can keep. So they keep
Piqué cut his
I'm
salary in
like-
half just now.
Yeah, but all the other players, all these players are saying, first of all, I'm here. I get paid to be here. Messi's gone in like 2 years anyways. I'm not cutting my salary because the top brass is the one who fucked up. Get mad at them. Don't get mad at me
Yeah,
because
no,
I'm being
100%.
asked to cut for doing the job that
It's
I'm paid
like,
to
I
do.
negotiated the contract.
Exactly.
I signed the contract that I was offered.
Exactly.
Offered. And it's like, don't get mad at me for signing a
Exactly.
contract that I'm like. I feel like even with Andre, you're not very familiar with hockey, but there's a huge thing in Toronto right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jacob is a huge
Oh
hockey
my
guy,
days, don't
and
even
there's a
get me started.
huge thing in Toronto right now with a group of players that play for the Leafs, and it's the fact that they sign these ridiculously lucrative deals, and not in footy but in hockey, there's a salary cap, and all these fans are literally wanting to publicly execute these players because of these ridiculous contracts. For example, Mitch Marner making 10 million, Austin Matthews making 11, John Tavares making 10 plus. And the thing that
John Tavares makes 11, by the way.
now you're just splitting hairs.
Sorry, I'm just
And
gotta make sure you
the
got your
thing
facts straight.
the thing is that it's like, oh, why didn't they take pay cuts? If I'm the player, like as a fan of the team, especially in a hard cap era, like I'm sad that our team can't be better because of these lucrative deals. However, you can't for 1 second be mad at the player for thinking about his well-being, his family's well-being, his future, his generational wealth, etc., 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 which is why these players get these contracts, why they ask for these contracts. And when it's negotiated, signed, sealed, delivered, if that contract doesn't work out or there's a problem revolving that contract, that's not on the player.
Yeah,
That's on ownership.
I agree. If you offer to me and I think I'm worth that, I'm gonna take it.
Exactly. So which is why
What the hell?
in Barcelona's, for the Barcelona players, why for the Mitch Marners, the Austin Matthews, the De Jongs right now, the Depays, all these players who are getting literally toasted. It's not them. They were looking after their well-being.
Bro, it's the friggin' thing. Barcelona who spend like 900 million in 5 seasons on players. Like, blame. What about that? What about that? You know what I mean?
I saw a thing on Instagram yesterday. Barcelona spent what 115 mil or something like that on Ousmane Dembele.
130.
130 mil. PSG signed Hakimi, Ramos, Donnarumma,
Wijnaldum.
and Messi for 60 mil. They got 5 top quality class players for half the price of a guy who injures his hamstring every third game.
Yo, you know what else I saw? I saw the Bayern coach get mad at PSG over the summer transfer.
Really?
And I said, out of all people, Bayern has no place to talk about stealing top quality players for free. They have absolutely nothing to say.
To be fair, if Messi played on like Lille
Okay.
or like Monaco, then Bayern could talk. What Bayern did was take the greatest number 9 of our generation for free from a rival.
Exactly.
Yeah. which-
So what they did is worse. That's what I'm trying to
That's what I'm
say.
saying. Okay, so we're
yes,
agreeing.
we're on the
Okay.
same page. That's
It's
why
like-
I'm like, I can't believe they're even mentioning anything about what's going on. And they got on Pep's case, the thing recently, yesterday I think, and then they were asking him about, oh, you spend this, and he's like, bruh, I got money. Our owners want to spend. They want to invest in it. I'm gonna use it. What's the problem? That's literally what he said.
That's a hard. It's really tough for.
You know what it is? Think of it this way. He said back in the day, Arsenal and Man United spent more money than everyone else, and they won. And I think this is true, but it's just how football's ballooned over the time. Like, I mean, Arsenal spending more than everyone was like 25 million in a season.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, big spenders. Like, now spending more than everyone is 150 to 200 million in a transfer, right?
No. Spending more than everyone is there's that one transfer target that blows up,
Yeah.
and it's like, holy shit, he's worth 170. It was Paul Pogba 1 year after that crazy year for Juve. After him, it was the Alexis Sanchez, right?
What a shamble that was.
Oh. To be fair, Arsenal got actual money for that guy. Like,
I mean, he was good for 2 seasons, and then
We got
he literally fell off a cliff.
we got Mickey.
Mkhitaryan, yeah.
Yeah. He was never good for United, and that's what makes me feel good about that.
He to be fair, he wasn't even that good for Dortmund.
Sanchez?
No.
I'm talking about Sanchez.
I was talking about
No,
Mkhitaryan.
not Mkhitaryan. I'm talking about Sanchez.
Yeah.
I mean, Mkhitaryan was a waste too, but at least he gave us more than Sanchez gave United.
So it's
that's
like
fine.
now you're classified as the big fish
Yeah.
if you obtain number 1 transfer target.
Yeah.
Right? Another thing I was thinking about is the depiction of a farmers league
Okay.
and feeder clubs.
Yeah.
Serious question. Like, look down in your heart.
Yeah.
If you're not PSG, Bayern, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, maybe not even Liverpool anymore. If you're not one of those four,
Liverpool's about to come back this year, bro.
then
Virgil is going to take that club back to the top.
Okay, but no. So back to my point. If you're not one of those 5 clubs, you're a feeder club.
No.
Calling
not
Juve a
really.
feeder club?
Juve's not a feeder club.
Okay, fine. Yeah, add Juve to the list.
Arsenal's not even a feeder.
United is a feeder. I think United
Feeder for who?
But they don't win anything. That's what I mean.
That's not what feeder club means. It means you're building up players and then
Okay.
you're selling off your best players.
A feeder club is like Aston Villa or Southampton.
Or
Southampton
Dortmund.
literally develops
Or
their
Dortmund. Dortmund is 100% a feeder club.
Southampton literally develops players to sell them to Liverpool.
Or literally everybody in the League One except for PSG.
Yeah.
And
That
Will.
whole league that's why it's a farmer.
You could say
league.
the entire Serie A, but Juve.
I don't know about that.
See, if
You can't say that if Inter sold like 4. If Inter didn't sell 4 players, then I'd be like,
Okay, Inter
yo.
but
this
they
year-
also spent like 50 million on friggin' Lukaku in the first place.
No, was it 50 mil?
I don't know the number. It was a lot though. It wasn't cheap.
It wasn't cheap. And they bought Hakimi.
Let's talk about a good bit of business. Well, Lukaku was there for what, 1 season?
1 season.
2 seasons.
2 seasons. Yeah, so you take him, win the league, and then sell him
Sell
off.
him off?
That's why they're selling off. They got their money from the trophy and they're saying, okay, that's enough for the next 10 years. Let's let Juve win 9 out of 10 again and then we'll come back.
Imagine. Fuck.
Oh my god! But yeah, exactly. So Arsenal's also not a feeder club. What we do is we buy players, we let them rot, and then they're good for a little bit. Then they get progressively worse, and then we let them go somewhere garbage for free. And then
so-
eventually someone else feeds them to someone else, like Gnabry. We just let him go. That's not a feeder club because we sell them to a smaller club. But then eventually someone else fed him to Bayern.
Yeah.
It wasn't us.
Oh, true.
The one thing I do not understand about Arsenal is the whole Ozil situation. How does that happen? Like, he's one of the greatest cams in the league.
Politics.
And you just let him sit on the bench and go
Bingo.
Politics.
to Turkey for 3 million or whatever it was? Like,
Andre said it.
That's all
Politics.
politics. I don't know exactly what happened or what. There's a lot of speculation on what the reason was, but it's 100% politics. That's what I know for a fact. Because it's not playing ability.
Because here's the
Because
thing.
you have a player like Aubameyang and then you have Ozil on the bench. When we have no creativity is our biggest issue.
Not even that. It's also the thing that like drove me nuts is like, even if Ozil's not at his best, this is how I know it's 100% politics. It's nothing more. Even if Ozil's not at his best, right? Are you telling me he's worse than some of the players that played over him at that time.
But no one played over him.
But
There was no one in his position. They
That's-
did not
but that-
have a cam.
I understand.
So yes,
so they
Ozil
put-
at not his best is better than nobody. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, I
So-
agree with you.
So we're on the same page. then.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree
okay.
with you. I just wanted to make a point that it's worse than just saying worse players are playing over him. We removed the position from our lineup because we had nobody else. That's what I'm saying.
Damn. Oh, you guys are bad. Fuck.
Whatever, bro. We'll see. We'll see. Do I think Arsenal's gonna crash and burn and get relegated? No. Do I think we might come back one day? Yes. Do I think it's gonna be this season?
Yes, like you're already prepared. Drinking.
It's
that cool
electrolytes,
drink.
bro. You need to keep hydrated.
You want to change the topic?
That before we change the topic, it's one game into the season and we've already written off Arsenal's year.
Dude, they lost to Brentford.
It's consistency, bro. Consistency is key. I keep telling you. Listen,
No, you know what's consistent?
What?
You guys are gonna beat Man City and Chelsea.
I wouldn't be
Arsenal
surprised
always-
if we beat Chelsea. Man City, no, we can't.
No, you guys are gonna beat both of them.
I don't know. Bro.
And then who's after that? You guys got 2 more relegation sides. You're gonna lose both those games.
Arsenal always turns up against Chelsea.
Chelsea, I wouldn't be surprised if we beat Man City. No, I don't see it. I don't see how. Unless we bring in 2 signings, at least 2.
Yo, it's crazy that the transfer window's still actually open.
You know what's crazy? Is that Chelsea didn't have a striker for months. And then the week before they play us, Lukaku just pops up. Right? And then Man City, no striker. How much you want to bet Kane's going to pop up the week before they play us? How much you want to bet?
If City pays 150 mil for Harry Kane, that is like the most questionable signing I've ever
If
seen.
Man City pays 150 million for Kane, Andre knows my distaste with Kane. If Man City pays 150 million for Kane, if I'm Dortmund, I am giving everything I fucking own to Erling Haaland to get him to renegotiate a new contract to remove that release clause.
The only place he can go after that is either
Dortmund.
Bayern or
United.
United. Those are the only places left for him if City get Kane this season.
Because Barca can't. Madrid's going for Mbappe.
Yeah.
Mbappe is going for Madrid.
Fair.
In all reality.
Fair. PSG's not going to sign him.
No. They
Or he's
want,
not going to.
They want Ronaldo or something.
Yeah, he's going to. Yeah.
Oh, please, can somebody take Ronaldo? That would be
I could
splendid.
PSG want Ronaldo
I could
next
see
season.
Haaland at United. Juve.
Oh, United? Or
Not for that
United.
much. I don't think Juve is gonna spend that
Yeah,
on a
Juve
striker.
don't. Actually,
But
this-
if they're getting rid of Ronaldo, that's what, like
70.
40 mil of wages off
But
the
who's your
books?
striker right now?
Right now they're
Dybala-
playing 4-3-3. They have Ronaldo's on the left, Dybala central, and they have Chiesa on the right, which is nice. I like it.
If you put that ball on Ronaldo's wing and Holland in the middle, you might have yourself.
That's a scary time.
You might
I
have
wouldn't even
yourself-
do that though. I would have, if it ever happened, I would have Holland up top, and I would have Dybala playing like a false 9 kind of. Dybala more as a cam distributing.
And then playing like a 4-4-1-1 type of style.
4-4-1-1, but like Chiesa more forward. Would kind of be like a triangle, like
It'd
a
be like a triangle.
yeah, without the left winger. That would be insane.
I mean, I think we just found Haaland's next one. All I'm
No,
saying is, if a Kane goes for 150 million, I am putting all my money that Dortmund has into a new Haaland contract just to wipe that release clause and sell him for if Kane is going for 150. You can't look me in my eyes and tell me Haaland's not going for at least 200.
You would
You can't.
think.
You can't.
You would think.
Dude, you saw the way he played yesterday.
I understand.
Holy shit.
He's better. I understand. I
You
stand.
know what the crazy thing is?
What?
People are like, "Oh, Harry Kane is like a playmaking striker." Haaland had 3 assists last night and 2
Yeah,
goals.
but Haaland doesn't have the passing ability that Kane does.
Kane had like
No,
15
he
assists
doesn't.
last year.
I don't
Haaland
care.
already has 3. Okay. So
Okay, but Kane was also injured for half the season.
And
Fair.
also another thing
Haaland knows again.
for the value of Holland, Harry Kane has much more value just because he's in the BPL.
Yeah.
The BPL players, like you can't tell me Jack Grealish is worth $100 million.
I think,
English tax is a thing.
but remember what we talked about?
It's the same thing on FIFA.
No,
English tax.
yeah, no, I know. But do you remember what we talked about? Andre literally brought this up last podcast, and it was the idea that if if Grealish went for 100, if Sancho went for 75, Ousmane Dembele is like a $40 million player.
Yeah.
Which is why
40 is stretching it.
which is why they paid 130.
After that season, he should have went for between 40 and 50 million
Yeah.
max.
You know what the crazy thing is? I was looking at his stats. So I have a buddy at work who's big into footy as well.
Yeah.
And like he knows I'm a Dortmund fan, and he kind of teases me that we're a selling club, we're a feeder club, and he's like, how much? Like what? Like we literally sat down, we're having a genuine discussion at the lunch table, and he was asking, what were Ousmane Dembele's stats for that at that $130 million season? And I was thinking, I was like, probably somewhere near Sancho-esque, like maybe 15-ish goals, 9 assists. Dude, he had 6 goals and 6 assists in 32 games. That went for 130 million.
Yeah, but you're looking at stats, man. Stats don't tell the story, bro. That's why I never look at stats for anything.
You know what the crazy thing is? I remember him scoring every game, which is why when I saw that, it baffled me.
But it's also he had 2 in a row. Like the season before that, I think was his best, like statistically.
It was his debut season at Dortmund.
Yeah, so it's statistically, but I mean, if you just watched him play, 2-footed, friggin' fast, skillful, decently strong, like he had everything.
Now
he
he's
needed.
no-footed.
Well, yeah, because he has no legs anymore because they're friggin' broken.
But you can't really look at stats too, because there was a rumor that Chiesa got a bid for 110 mil or something from Juve.
If I'm Juve, I'm selling him, bro. I don't
But
know.
if you watch Juve play, Chiesa not going to score 20 goals a season and set up 15 goals. Chiesa is hauling ass the whole game forward. As soon as the ball gets turned over, he's the first man hauling ass back.
Yeah, and I get that.
And you're saying you would sell Chiesa if you're Juve?
Dude.
But you know the difference?
What?
They don't have to. They're not Dortmund. They can still get whoever they want and keep Chiesa. That's the difference.
Like Chiesa during Euro was class.
That's what I'm saying. Was because I think Chiesa's Euro skyrocketed its value.
But if you realize, I don't think there's been any big moves based on the Euros.
Remember how when the Euro started, we made a prediction. It's like, who's going to be that player that a club overspends for just because he has a good tournament?
Yeah, but I don't think there was any.
Chiesa got that one bid, but they rejected it.
The-
Donnarumma, maybe?
He went for
Donnarumma's
free.
a free transfer.
Yeah, I know, but...
Locatelli is apparently either on his way to Juve or on his way to Arsenal.
That's
One or the other.
not Arsenal.
From
anymore.
the-
He
from-
wants Juve so bad.
So that's supposed to be like 60 mil. And he
I mean,
played like 3 full games.
You could say Jorginho got a lot of hype.
Yeah, but he's staying at Chelsea.
He's staying at Chelsea.
There's nobody.
Isak.
Did he move? Where'd he go?
No, he didn't move, but he got a brand new contract. They signed him to a crazy deal. The crazy thing is this guy had so much hype and he scored 0 goals.
Played well. But the thing is, I think with him is he was playing well before,
He was.
right? So it's him going to the Euros and performing well. He didn't need crazy performances. He was just kind of being like, oh yeah, he is actually good. It was just kind of that. It was just confirmation.
Did
Right.
Depay transfer before Euros?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he was
yes.
before.
You know he just got officially signed into the club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Aguero's still not.
Still not.
Aguero's not going to sign for the club. He literally came to the club to play with Messi, and then they said, "Sorry, your buddy's leaving."
I feel so bad for him.
It's amazing how he transferred, and now mysteriously he has an ankle injury. He's out for 10 weeks. So
Dude, man, that club is bad. Club's in bad
the
shit.
thing I don't understand about Barcelona is you have the greatest player of our generation. Let's not get into the Ronaldo Messi debate.
I think he's...
Let's just not.
Yeah,
do it.
okay, I know. But I think not even in our generation, he's in the conversation for greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. You have the greatest player of all time in your club with a contract that's coming up. How do you sign Griezmann, Aguero, all these strikers, Depay, everybody, and then say, oh shit, we forgot about Messi. We should probably work on that.
Super League. I
Andre has a theory.
honestly believe all of these clubs were operating off the assumption they'd be in the Super League. And they wouldn't need to worry about money because they would have a whole lot of it.
I don't know.
Fair point. But
That's what I think.
I don't see it happening personally.
I mean,
But-
they're still in it. Barca's still in the Super League. Bro.
yeah, because they have nothing else to hold on to. If they're not holding on to the fact that the Super League might happen, then they got nothing. They are borderline. If the Super League thing doesn't happen, and Barcelona maintain on this current trajectory of, please, let's not panic, don't worry, stay calm. Super League is around the corner. If they maintain that kind of, if they have that mentality consistently, they're a relegation side in 5 years.
But Madrid and Juve are still in the Super League too. They haven't backed out.
Yes, but Juve have this thing about them where they're relatively decent with money. Madrid
is because Perez like friggin' started the Super League.
That's the only reason why.
You could argue now after this year's transfers that La Liga is one of the worst leagues in the top 5.
100%.
Yeah, they dropped fast.
100%.
Like they've lost.
You could have made a solid argument for them being the second best league out of the top 5.
Okay.
Before Ronaldo left.
Yeah, when Messi and Ronaldo were
When Messi and Ronaldo were playing in El Clasico,
Fair.
that was arguably the top league, other than BPL.
Yes.
But now you have Ronaldo's gone, Messi's gone, Ramos is gone. All of their like top superstars have left.
Yeah. So once again, I'm going back to the last podcast. The last podcast, we went in on this.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about. I wanted to get your opinion on this, Jacob. I don't really like recycling topics, but I'm gonna ask this anyways.
Just go, bro.
Let me have my moment. I got. It's just time to breathe. So we were talking, and because the idea, what the generalization was that Barcelona, one, didn't have the finances, but two, failed to accommodate with La Liga's financial fair play.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons was because let's face it, Barcelona, they're crazy in debt. But if they really wanted to sign Messi, they could have found ways to sign Messi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing I don't get
And the
is
thing was that La Liga didn't let them sign Messi because it didn't go with their financial fair play. And I get it's Barcelona's problem. And I asked Andre this last time. I'm going to ask your opinion. Was La Liga right to block Barca's and Messi's contract negotiations solely on the fact that now La Liga just lost their most marketable superstar?
I mean, you could argue it both ways, because you could say, if Barca signs Messi, does it come to a point in the league where it's just pure domination for Barcelona, where it's boring to watch kind of thing? Like Barca's winning 4-1, 3-0 every single game? Or is it better to not have Messi because it's going to be a more competitive league? You're going to have Madrid, Atletico, Barca, maybe Sevilla.
Yeah,
in the top 4.
Real Sociedad's coming up.
Fighting over the top Champions League spots. It's a both way. You either have your top superstar or you have competitive games to watch every single weekend.
I agree with that. I think long term, right now it'll suck, but I think long term it's better that he's gone than if he stayed.
I think what you're gonna see from the La Liga right now is gonna turn into more of a Bundesliga. Because if you really think about the Bundesliga, we don't Levy is insane. Haaland is insane, but we don't have that mega superstar.
Yeah, BPL doesn't have it either.
But I mean, BPL has the reputation as a league to be that mega, so they don't need it.
BPL doesn't have the top superstar, but they have the most class players across the league. Like you think Pogba, Conte, there's so many players in the league that somebody will say, I want to watch the United game to see Pogba and Sancho.
That was literally me yesterday. I literally turned on the Man United game just to watch Sancho.
And there's going to be people that
didn't even watch him.
Because I saw how sexy freaking Pogba played.
Oh, he was good. He was good. Paul was good. I don't like Bruno much, but even he was pretty decent.
Bruno said, "Fuck you and all your pens." You score a hat trick straightly from direct play.
See, this is what I don't like, bro. Just because he scored a hat trick, it doesn't remove Penendez, bro. It doesn't change the fact that he scored like 25 penalties last season, okay? It doesn't change anything. That's what I don't understand. Anyways, continue
I was saying like La Liga is going to turn into something like the Bundesliga. But the thing that it's not a problem. I don't see it as a problem. I'm just drawing a comparison. The Bundesliga is a league for strictly Bundesliga fans. The thing that Messi brought, the thing that Ronaldo brings to Serie A is you have casuals coming to watch said league.
Yeah.
Now you're not going to have that. And teams like Barcelona, teams like Madrid, even teams like Atletico's been fantastic with their business, but they're going to have to get even more creative.
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a situation where the thing that Bundesliga clubs do best is falling under the category that very small amount of casuals actually watch the league. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
It's we don't have a marketable superstar. We don't. Bayern is one of the best teams of all time. Even them, casuals don't watch them often. And the thing that Bundesliga clubs do so well is they're so fucking smart with money. They're so good with business. And if La Liga don't get creative, you might see a bigger rise in another league, i.e., like Eredivisie, Liga NOS.
Even Super League might fucking.
You think it's Super League?
Yeah,
you
not the Super League. Super League is like Turkey or something.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah,
that
yeah.
one's called. Yeah.
Do you think TSN regrets purchasing all of the La Liga rights now that Messi's gone? They just lost a fuck ton of viewers.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Who was it? I think it was Bezos. Friggin' invested in PSG. Friggin' before Messi came, and then they signed Messi.
I can't believe that all these superstars are going to a league that's literally called the Uber Eats League.
It's
It's money,
money.
It's oil money.
PSG
They-
is literally the only club on the planet that could afford Messi, and that's the issue.
I mean, you
His
can't.
son- Contract?
City could have before Grealish, but then they signed Grealish, and then was immediately
Here's the
out
question,
of
though.
conversation.
Messi also took a 100 mil pay cut though.
Yeah,
He made 135 mil last year at Barca, just on salary, not including
Yeah.
sponsorships and all that. Now he's signed for just only 35 mil
Yes.
a year.
Without-
Only,
without-
only
without-
35 mil. What a shitty life he has.
It's. I think. I do agree with that. Is that I feel like the choice of, you know what it is though, right?
What?
It's the Qatar project. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but essentially the idea is the people who run PSG,
Yeah,
the people who feed PSG said oil money,
yeah,
are the same people who are in charge of the World Cup in Qatar.
okay.
And people theorize that essentially it's like a publicity stunt or a PR stunt,
Okay.
where the reason why they're buying all these superstars is because when the Qatar World Cup was announced, there were a ridiculous amount of issues revolving around it.
Yeah, I
It
know.
would be mid-season, in the blazing heat, all these issues, no alcohol, even as far as like no women in the stadiums, all these like cultural and law rights. I'm not going to get into them, but like a lot of restrictions and all this stuff that really damaged the image of the FIFA World Cup. And what the idea is that the people who are running it are feeding PSG this oil money. So how do you do this? You get the biggest superstars, the biggest names. It's probably why they want Ronaldo now.
Yeah, but why does that change what's going on? at
Because
the World Cup?
if those superstars can market themselves and market the Qatar World Cup, other players will follow. You know what I mean? Because like, let's say you're getting paid by someone,
Okay.
right? Like Ronaldo, if PSG sell Mbappe and have Ronaldo, if you have Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Ramos, Verratti is a huge name in Italy now. If you-
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma now,
Di Maria. The
etc.
list literally goes on.
etc. etc. So it's like if you have the greatest list of footballers,
Okay.
if you could have Messi and Ronaldo alone, but the
Okay.
rest are just bonus. If they say the Qatar World Cup is a good thing, or all this stuff, if their employers are feeding them money to be good PR, good marketable assets,
But they're not.
I mean, they could. I think that's a theory. I'm just providing a theory.
But
And that's why. Sorry, and this all goes
Yeah,
back to
okay.
why all these players picked PSG. It's because PSG offer the most amount of money, and the people who run PSG are trying to market the Qatar World Cup as well.
I understand, but I'm just wondering, the Qatar World Cup is going to happen, regardless of what people think.
Yes, but
right.
a lot
The
of-
same amount of players are going to go.
I think players will start saying no,
Oh, I don't think so.
or well, like can UEFA, is UEFA in charge of the World Cup?
No, they're
No,
Europe.
So
FIFA is World Cup.
Can FIFA say no?
They already gave them.
They already
They
get
gave
there.
it to them. They
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
rejected the bid, but they didn't. They accepted it.
The-
You're right.
there is, you could say that players aren't going to go to the World Cup, but that's like, I don't know. It's so like, that's like saying in comparison to how the NHL doesn't want the players to go to the Olympics. Everybody in the NHL wants to go to the Olympics because
Yeah.
you're playing for your country, you're representing your nation, and you're playing on one of the biggest stages in the world.
Yeah.
In the World Cup is the same thing. Like Messi and Ronaldo go to the World Cup. You know how much money they're going to make on jersey sales?
No, you're right.
But I just don't understand, like, what.
It's
why,
called-
if they weren't gonna go, why not already say? Because are they gonna wait until the World Cup squads come out and Messi and Ronaldo aren't gonna be on their teams and they're gonna be like, oh, they're not going? Like, is that
Especially
like,
because
I don't understand.
Probably Ronaldo's last World Cup.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
what, 35 now?
Yeah, Messi's getting there too. Like he might, because based on their career trajectory, it seems like Messi's gonna fall off before Ronaldo does. Not in timeline. I'm talking about age. Like if Ronaldo makes it to 40, Messi might hit like 37, 30.
Ronaldo
what I
is
mean?
also way more of a, I wouldn't say like a freak. Like Messi's gifted,
Yeah,
naturally gifted. Messi came out of the womb as the best player of all time.
yeah.
Ronaldo worked to get to that level.
He's basically a super
So,
soldier.
yeah,
bro.
so Ronaldo is way more, I would say, in tune with his body and his health and his
Yeah.
everything
100% agree.
more than Messi.
Can I just say, there's this
Yeah.
picture on Twitter that surfaced of Ronaldo training in Juve,
Mm-hmm.
and he was training without a shirt on. And all I could think was like, that's the body of a 39-year-old man. Holy fuck.
35.
He's 35.
But
Yeah, but
Shit.
yeah,
That
yeah.
shouldn't change the fact that this guy is literally like a Greek statue
yes, yes.
in
yes.
motion.
He's very. That's what I mean. But yeah, I just I don't get what that does for the World Cup because it's gonna happen
It's
regardless.
it's called-
But if Messi says the World Cup is good, what does that have to do with me? How does that make me watch? If I was
You're
gonna
tell-
watch Messi, I'm not waiting for him to tell me it's a good thing before I watch it.
you're
You know what
telling
I
me
mean?
if the World Cup is in Qatar and they have all these rules, no alcohol, no women, like you said, all those things, you're going to sit at home and say, I'm not watching the World Cup?
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
I
No,
mean, it's just
Messi's last chance for a World Cup. Ronaldo's
it's-
last chance.
it's the whole thing is actually called the Qatar Project.
yeah.
I
Because
like-
none
I
of the
like-
stadiums are built.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I borderline, like like I didn't quote it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
paraphrased. I paraphrased
I know,
it.
I know.
So, if you're interested, read up on it. I just told you.
It just
what I
doesn't make sense in my head. Like the
theoretically it
PSG
doesn't-
having
doesn't-
all these great players and them linking because just in my head, let me just assume I don't know Messi, right? I'm assuming based on his character, even Ronaldo. Ronaldo knows Coca-Cola sponsors the Euros, but he's like, no. So I don't think they're gonna get Ronaldo to be like, yay, Qatar 2020. You know what I mean? I don't think these players are gonna be like ambassadors for the 2022 World Cup. I don't see it happening. If they are, I guess that makes sense.
In all reality, sorry if I cut you off,
go.
Ronaldo doesn't give a shit about anything than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly.
He does not care about Qatar. He does not care about Messi. He doesn't care about Juve. The guy throws his captain's armband for Portugal on the ground and kicks it across the field. Like, that is so disrespectful.
Not, but I think Ronaldo has this thing about him where he is his money,
Yeah.
as much as it comes from his salary. The thing that makes Ronaldo his money is Cristiano Ronaldo. It's his brand.
That's what I'm saying. So Ronaldo doesn't care about
Exactly.
promoting other things.
So if
Ronaldo makes money from Ronaldo.
yeah,
Same thing with Messi. Messi doesn't need to go to PSG just for his salary.
He doesn't. He
Like,
could-
Messi could probably match the top player's salary in the world just on sponsorships.
yeah, he could play in the. He
I
wants to
really
play in
think
the
he
MLS.
went to PSG because he just has the most friends there, bro. Like out of any other club.
Yeah,
what
he had,
what other club on the planet do you see him going and being buddy with anybody?
Can I just say?
What?
There's this really funny picture. It was like Yo, Mbappe is a jealous best friend right now.
Yeah.
He totally is.
Oh,
He's
Mbappe-
third wheeling, bro.
Mbappe is that guy where it's like when it's like you meet somebody at a bar, right? In this case, him and Neymar, they become really good friends. But then Neymar's old best friend walks through the door, and Neymar gets all excited, and Mbappe's there with his dick in his hand, like, "Oh."
It's literally the meme. You know the meme where the guy's walking past with his girlfriend, and then he looks back at the other girl. That's it. Neymar and Mbappe walked past, and then Neymar was looking back at Messi, and Mbappe was like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, that's literally what it is.
But see, yeah, I would not want to be in Pochettino's position right now. I would not want to have this team. If he doesn't win, like
Can I
he
be
should
honest
never
with
be
you?
given another job for the rest of his life. To be
I'm gonna make another bold statement.
what?
Another really bold statement.
What?
Remember how I said this thing about Tuchel?
Mhm.
PSG don't win the Champions League this year.
Oh,
Pochettino resigns.
They get Tuchel back.
No.
And then win the
No.
Champions.
You know who's gonna come there and they're gonna assert European football dominance?
Unai Emery.
Andrea Pirlo.
No, Zinedine Zidane. I'll tell you why. Zidane has this thing. I don't think Zidane's a good coach.
Me neither.
I know. But I think Pochettino's a good coach. The difference between the two, why Zidane would work and Pochettino wouldn't, is you see what Pochettino did at Spurs. He took players who lacked quality and pushed
made
them
them
to
better.
work.
Yeah.
Zidane has this gift where he's able to maintain egos, get them on the same page. Zidane doesn't coach. Zidane doesn't teach. Zidane barely has tactical adjustments. Zidane does this. 4-3-3. Everyone get in this mindset. Go.
See, listen. For a long time, I was like a big Zidane hater. I was like, yeah, anyone can do that with Real Madrid's
No,
team.
you
I was
But you
just
can't.
about to say
But
that.
you can't. No, winning 3 Champions Leagues back to
But
back.
isn't that exactly what Zidane did?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Winning
okay.
3
So
Champions
we
League
agree.
like that is obviously, if PSG, the fact that they didn't win last year is preposterous. It's already, and if they don't win again this year, that's I don't know.
I will make a bet that they do not win.
I
the
do
Champions
not
League.
see it happening, and that's the crazy thing. How do you have this team as it is? Where's the weak link?
There isn't. Well, Bernat at left back.
I was just about to say that.
He isn't even that bad.
Yeah, but then you
I would
have
take him at Dortmund. Fuck.
that's what I'm saying. There is none, right? And they've literally filled every hole they had last season, right? So
Not even filled. They doubled up the holes that they had.
Icardi is their backup striker. That's all I'm gonna
they
say.
went to fill the hole and they built the house.
Arguably their backup striker.
Oh, yeah.
Because you could have Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria as a front three, and you could put any one of them striker, and have Messi on the right wing, Di Maria central, Mbappe on the left wing with
you
Neymar
could-
central.
You guys don't realize
They literally have 5 strikers.
that Draxler was one of the most talked about youngsters of all time, and he can't even get into a PSG conversation at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's not bad. Like I saw him play for PSG. He's not bad.
He's not Messi.
Exactly.
He
exactly.
ain't even Di Maria.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But my point is, if they lose, all I'm saying is I wouldn't touch Pochettino with a 10-foot pole unless I'm relegation battle, because I know if I have a trash team, he's going to make it better. But if I'm United, no way in hell I would touch
The
it.
difference between Zidane and Pochettino
No worry.
Yeah.
is people go into the locker room and they say Pochettino and it's okay, this is my coach.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into a locker room and you have Zinedine Zidane standing in front of you telling you what to do, you're basically listening to somebody you grew up watching. Some players would say he's their idol growing up. It's a different level of respect.
But I think how long do you think that lasts? Because what generation of footballers is going to come look at Zidane and be like, who's this bald guy? How many generations need
Well,
to
I
pass
would
before
say-
that happens?
Who's a
Because you forget,
no, because
we're not even,
because-
like, if we were footballers, We're not the new generation. We're not even the generation after that.
Oh, no,
There's
no.
like a whole third generation
Oh, yeah,
coming
yeah.
in now.
There's
behind
the,
us.
There's the Yusufa Mukoko generation who grew up with
Drogba.
didn't even no. I'm talking like they started watching footy post Arjen Robben.
Yes.
Arjen
like-
Robben just retired this year.
I know, but he's been out of his prime for like 5 years now.
Yes.
Like that's what I'm talking about. It's like there are people who haven't watched Frank Ribery.
Yep.
Dude, we were watching with like Dino, R9, like a young Pirlo, David Beckham, and you have to understand. Then there was a generation after that. There was a generation with like Schweinsteiger, Mario Gomez,
Xavi.
Xavi, Iniesta, like Xavi and Iniesta kind of went on longer, but like the Drugbas, Fernando Torres, and then there was a generation after that, which was like the Suarez, Neymar's, Messi, Ronaldo's, and now the generation is the Lewandowski's, the Lukaku's. Like, there's like four.
Yeah, but you forgot about after that where Holland and the friggin' Saka's and the Bellinghams and the Sanchos are in. And then there's another one after that, which is the youngsters coming up.
Which is like the Yusufa Mukokos. Dude, we're old. Holy shit. So I feel like kind of what Andre says, where it's like, when does that respect kind of die down? That pedigree die down? And I think that dies down the way you know how we see Barcelona's coach right now is that Koeman guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of how we would see him.
He's a legend. I don't know him as a
I don't know
legend.
him as a
I don't
but
know
he's
him,
a legend. He's a legend. I know that.
I also think that Koeman is one of the reasons that Messi is out. I don't think Messi and Koeman got along at all.
I genuinely think this was an issue that was way bigger than player to manager.
That's,
I think this was just a club that was so terribly run that
I don't.
fucked up having the best player of all time.
We've been talking about this for a long time because I remember even before the last time he had his contract issues, and even just in general conversation, we were basically like, who's there to replace Messi? How do you have, like, you had Ronaldinho, you had a set person. He's like, this is the guy who's going to take over the team from Dino, and then you gave it to Messi. He took the number, everything. It was perfect transition. Why do you not have that again?
Because they put all their marbles into Messi.
But
But no,
why? I understand that no one before Messi has been Messi, but they have to in their brain think, hey, maybe one day he's not gonna play anymore. He might retire one day. You know, it might
Maybe.
happen. Maybe he might retire. So maybe we should get something going instead of spending 190 million every friggin' summer on different
Dude, we
players.
said this last party. I'm gonna go back to
I
last
understand.
podcast. So
But
it's
I'm
like
just saying.
they made the attempts. You can't say Barcelona didn't sit there and make attempts. Neymar, I think Neymar was more of a signing where
Neymar
it
was
was
not an attempt. They're basically the same age.
yeah, which was Neymar was make the team the best as it possibly can be.
Suarez.
Suarez was also the same wage, but no, I'm talking about like
I'm
players.
talking about future.
Yeah, I'm talking about players where Andre said that pass the torch from Dino to Messi, Messi to player X, like Ousmane Dembele.
Maybe, but I don't even think he would. Coming in with a price tag of 130 doesn't scream, I'm going to sit here and learn and sit on the bench and learn and become better.
Ansu Fati.
Yeah, that was well, they fucked that up too because Ansu Fati no longer has a chance to learn under Messi.
I don't know, man. The only player that is,
You're
the only player that Barcelona has that is absolute class right now is Frankie de Jong.
I think that Pedri kid is pretty nice too.
Pedri is still 18 years old, but in the starting squad right now,
Yes.
Frankie de Jong is the only top level player that Barcelona has.
Ter Stegen, I could argue as well. Besides that, I have a really hard time seeing that.
Yo, you guys are
PK
just going to ignore Braithwaite? Braithwaite?
Oh Lord have mercy.
PK is on his way to living off Shakira's wealth. And
Who's living off whose wealth in that relationship?
Yo, you don't know how much money Shakira makes.
Shakira makes bank.
PK is nowhere near.
You really think so?
Nowhere
100%.
near. Nowhere near.
You guys don't think so?
100%, bro.
Nowhere near.
PK makes north of 200K a week.
Shakira is Spain.
Shakira just proposed.
Who wears the pants in Shakira and PK's relationship?
Oh my god, man. But yeah, so I just
Spain.
We said we were gonna change the topic like
Yeah, we did
45
say
minutes
that.
ago.
What do you guys want to talk about now?
I don't know, man. Footy is. It's in an interesting place right now. That's all.
I think it's just because a fuckload of happened and
That's why,
there's a
like-
lot of opinions.
Yeah, that's why I like debating. It's just in a very interesting.
We do
place.
still have some time. You guys want to go into something else?
Sure, if you have something else to go into, bro.
So Jacob.
So I guess you do. You have something
No, I was
lined up.
kind of like get our guests talking. I don't know.
Yeah.
You want?
Give me a topic. I don't know what you want to talk about. This is your podcast. You gotta lead the way here.
Oh, fucking, you're probably right. You're right. It's Andre's podcast too.
But you're beside him, bro. You asked the question.
You're the one that asked me to be here.
Just putting me on the spot. I didn't think about this. I thought we were gonna go. With
Did you not break down a whole list of? I asked, yo, who's the guest coming and what does he know about? Like, what are the topics? And you gave me a long list. He has this, and this, and this.
Where's your list?
Oh, I know. I said that you have stories. You're a big footy guy. Juve. You can talk about hockey. You're a big fantasy football guy.
Fantasy football season's coming up.
Yeah, but
What?
Andre and I know nothing.
Yeah,
about
you
that.
guys don't really watch NFL, so that's
Do you
a
watch the NFL?
obsolete topic.
Oh, you bought a Sea-Doo.
I did buy a Sea-Doo.
How was that? Because
I wrote-
Andre and I are scared of water.
I wrote it for the first time.
Why are you putting things on me? I never said I was scared of water. I just understand the dangers that come with such a mass amount
No.
of emptiness. Okay,
I
that's it.
So we're scared of water.
I wrote it for the first time this week.
Okay.
I was on vacation, so I had the week off. I was at the cottage with the fam. Put it in the water for the first time on Wednesday, I believe. What a shamble. Fuck. So my dad just got this truck. So I didn't have anything to trailer it before he got the truck.
Okay.
Because I drive a fucking dinky car. So he brings it to the cottage. We say, all right, instead of driving 15 minutes down to the dock at the marina and paying to put it in the water, let's just walk the trailer down the beach, down the pathway, and drop it in the water. So we're like, all right, fine. So we find this pathway, nice and wide, walk it down the thing, down the hill. That was easy, no problem. Put it in the water, whatever, do my thing. 5 o'clock comes around. We should probably take the Sea-Doo out. So we put it on the trailer. We're like, all right, let's just push it up the sand. Let me tell you, trailer didn't go fucking nowhere in the sand. So we were like, oh, we're kind of fucked here. Like, what are we going to do? So I go back to the cottage. I grab my sister and my brother. I was like, you got to help us push. Like, we can't, it's stuck in the sand. We cannot move it. Mind you, the Sea-Doo weighs like 500 pounds plus the weight of the trailer. So we're pushing. You have nowhere to get grip on your feet because you're pushing in sand. So you're literally just digging a hole as you're pushing. So this lady comes up to us from the beach. And she's like, you know, there's a dock like down there, right? And we were like, yeah, we know, but like we don't want to pay for it. Bro, tell me how we did take the Sea-Doo off the trailer, roll the trailer up the hill by itself on the sand, and carry the fucking Sea-Doo 5 feet at a time to get it up this hill. What a shamble. Oh my days, it wasn't even worth the ride that I took.
But
It's
was it
literally, oh, it was a great time. But it took us an hour to get it off the fucking beach because of how much work it was. So I told my dad, I was like, we're never doing this again. It's not happening. Like, we're going to the dock every single time.
fun? Every single time, right?
But other than that, it was a great time. My
So-
mom kind of did me dirty because it was the first time I rode the Sea-Doo. So at first I was just going slow, figuring it out, not doing anything. She takes a video of me 30 seconds into my ride where I'm literally like across the water going nice and slow and posts it on Facebook. And everybody's like, what is he, a bitch? Like, why isn't he going fast? I was like, you could have waited a little bit to post the video when I was actually riding the fucking thing. Like, oh, everybody was calling me a bitch on Facebook. I was like, this is just ridiculous.
And the worst part is, it's all of your like mom's friends.
Yeah, it's like all my mom's friends from work and my aunts and uncles and shit. And I'm over here looking like I'm 4 years old riding a boat for the first time. Like,
Andre, would you ever ride a Sea-Doo?
No, I've never been on a Sea-Doo. I've come close once, but
I haven't either. Closest thing I've been to like a fun thing on the water is a speedboat.
you've been inside a speedboat.
Yes.
No, I've been inside. I've done tubing. That's the
Tubing
closest thing I've
is
done.
pretty extreme. You think you can carry a tube?
100% next summer I'm having a tube for sure.
All right.
It's a little bit sketchy on the Sea-Doo when you start
Really?
when you really start giving it and you're riding it and you hit like the tiniest wave and the whole thing like pops out of the water. It's like, whoa, all right. But other than that, it's and if you turn really fast and it like tips into the water and you're like sitting sideways, it's like, ooh,
That's
my
terrifying.
stomach. Kind of like a roller coaster, but it's super fun.
I would be terrified. I'd be that 4 kilometers an hour thing you were talking about earlier. That
Oh man, I was so as soon as I went on Facebook and saw the video, I was like, it literally looks like I'm crawling through the water. And she's like, yeah, I know, you were going so slow. And I was like, why didn't you wait a little bit? Like, but whatever.
worth the money.
I would say so. Other than the
fun.
fact of carrying it up the beach, it was pretty good time.
That's fun. Happy for you, man. You gotta take me for a ride. You'll be like I'll be like grabbing you from behind.
You can have a romantic cruise on the water.
No. Until we hit a speed bump and then I'm falling off.
You don't have the upper body strength to stay on, man.
Me?
Yeah, bro.
Look at that upper body strength.
Do some push-ups, homie. And you'll get there.
Just hook onto the life jacket and
Or
that's
that.
it.
Get ready.
Anyways, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty good discussion.
Good.
I would say so.
Jacob, how was your first time being on a podcast?
Hopefully, I've earned the right to come back.
Of course.
I might have to take Johnny's spot full time.
Johnny, you hear that? You better watch your shit, boy.
better stop slacking over here.
Patrick too. I don't know who Patrick is. Anyways, it was a pleasure, Jacob. Once again, Andre and I want to thank you so much for joining us this week, and hopefully we'll need you again soon, and we'll come back to more healthy and positive vibe discussions.
Positive vibe, negative vibe, it all works for me. I got negative
enough.
stories, I got positive stories.
Okay, we'll hear that.
See
Next time we're doing story time. Next episode Jacob's on, we're doing a story time. Story time with Mr. Jacob. Hopefully by next time Arsenal win a few games.
I was minding my business.
Thank you so much for listening this week's
Minding
episode.
my
Make sure to
business.
follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. No, not Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Spotify.
Oh yeah, we're good. This is the social media side. But I love how you know.
I jumped the gun.
I read it.
I just lost my spot.
So make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Don't Think Too Hard, at DT2H respectively. Tell all your friends about us. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, like the video, push the little notification button. Tell all your friends about us. Tell your mother about us, your dad, your brother, your sister. Make sure they listen. We're gonna have plenty of more episodes to come. We're not done yet. We wish
Share
you
the
amazing-
video. Share the video as well. Make sure this is the most popular video, so
yeah.
I get to come back.
Hey.
He knows it. He knows the stuff. He knows the stuff. Anyways, we'll see you same time, same place next week. Thank you so much for listening.